The one thing we need to add once we've got our roof in and our gutters and fascias on is in this area of the um, patio, the little patio area at the rear or side door. We want to put some beams across there so that we just break up and give a little bit of shade there. Now, if you've used a different style of roof, it may be that you're not putting this in, but it's probably worthwhile having a look at the video in case you want to incorporate this into your final designs later on. Okay, to get started, we need to go into our floor plan top of plate, and we'll just zoom in on this area because this is a little bit tricky, and there are some things you actually don't see, which is a bit weird, but it's probably the best way to do it. We don't have any beams here in our architectural. We have to go into our structural systems to find beams, and in this template the only beam that we have in there is some dimensional lumber at 38 by 222, so it's 38 mil thick, 222 wide. Don't worry about it, just make sure that you're on top of plate there before you put this in, and if we zoom in you'll see that the only point that it picks up on, it won't pick up on the fascia, because remember the fascia is really just a profile that's hosted by the roof, so it will only pick up on the roof, and that's where we're going to run it to because it would go into this fascia anyway. So once you get your square there, just left click and we'll just zoom out and go over to the other side. So we're just putting one in at this stage. Now when you get that in, don't put it in again. It's there, believe me, and you just need to do escape out a couple of times. If you go and have a look at a 3D view of it, you will see that it's in there. I'll just spin that around. The only thing is it's come in at top at plate. Now for some strange reason the beam we can't offset before we actually put it in. We can only put it in at top of plate. So once you're into there, we want to move that up. If you select it, you can see the start level offset, and if we put the start level of it up to 20 and we put the end up to 20 and come over, and you see that's moved up, and we'll just take that off. That's moved up, it's level with the end of our fascia, and it is level at the bottom of the fascia as well. Now we want to create a number of them and then move them up into position here. Now to do this, the easiest way is to come into our top of plate plan and put a section through this area here. So we'll go into view, find our section and drag a section across. I'm actually going to delete this when I've finished the activity. It's really just to make it easier for us to draw. If we now go in and have a look at that section, which will be called section 3, is that the one we want? No, maybe not. Use section 3. Why is it not showing there? Tell me. Okay, there we go. I need to come in a little bit closer, that's all. I can see that beam that I've put in there. If I highlight that beam, I want to make some copies of that, and I'm going to copy them across on this top of plate level. So I'm just going to go up to the copy command. I'm going to select a point, and I'm going to select that right hand bottom point of the beam, and I'm coming across. I'm going to space these out at 500, so I'll just zoom in a bit more. 500, and I'm going to put another one in because I had my multiple selected up here. Another one in there, and one more at 500. Just hit escape a couple of times and we've got our 4 beams, but they're not following up. Now all we need to do is to come in, select that beam and move. Again, I'd select the left hand top this time, come up, and it automatically clicks onto the edge of that roof. You can see the roof highlighted when it gets there. Just left click, do the same to the next one. Clicks on, and the last one, move, and again clicks onto that one as well. Hit escape a couple of times, come and have a look at your 3D, and you can see now that we've got that little mini pergola put in over that little patio area. While we're here, we can come into our ground floor plan, and I'm just going to put a little patio, some concrete in there. So I'll come into architectural, pick floor again, going to find my concrete slab with tiles. I could put it on ground floor with a height offset minus, but I'm just going to put it on top of footings. You see we've got our create boundary here. I'm coming in, just line that up and go into that corner and double exit a couple of times. Do I like it? Yes. Okay it. Again, we can come in and have a look at that. You see that's just allowing a bit of set down there. We don't want water to be able to flood in through this sliding door, which is a little bit different to the front one. We had that level, but that will be undercover there. Okay, so there we go. We have our basically all our roof finished, and that's looking quite good there now. So go on with your next movie.